بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. These are some exercises about section 3.9 related rates. If V is the volume of a cube, what is the volume of the cube? Well, we have a cube like this. Okay, then if the length of one side is x, and of course all the sides are the same, have the same length, then the volume of the cube is x times x, the area of the base, times x, the height, so it's x cubed. If V is the volume of a cube with edge length x, and the cube expands as time passes, find dV by dt in terms of dx by dt. So V equals x cubed. So let us differentiate this equation with respect to t. So dV by dt would be equal to 3x squared times dx by dt. X is a function of t, so we use chain rule to find the derivative. If the length of the edge of a cube is increasing at a rate of 4 centimeters per second, so what is this? The edge is increasing. So this is dx by dt. How fast is the volume of the cube increasing? So he is asking about dV by dt when the edge length is 15. So when x is 15. So dV by dt when x is 15 is equal to 3 times 15 squared times dx by dt, which is 4. So you can multiply now 12 times 15 to the power 2, and it's 272,700 centimeter cube per second. If A is the area of a circle, well, the area of the circle is pi r square with radius r, and the circle expands as time passes. Find dA by dt in terms of dr by dt. So if we differentiate with respect to t, then dA by dt equals pi is just a constant, so leave it. Find the derivative of r squared. It's 2r times dr by dt using chain rule. Suppose oil spills from a ruptured tanker and spreads in a circular pattern. If the radius of the oil spill increases, radius increases at a constant rate, so this is dr by dt, it's equal to 2. How fast is the area? So this is dA by dt, increasing when the radius is 30 meters. So we need to find dA by dt when r is 30. We use the formula 2 pi times r, which is 30, times dr by d2, which is 2. So the answer is 4 times 30, 120 pi m square per s, meter square per second. Because area, the unit of the area is meter square. Each side of a square is increasing at a rate of 6 centimeters per second. So if the side of the square is x, then this is dx by dt. At what rate is the area? If the area is a, so he is asking about dA by dt when the area of the square is 16, when area is 16 centimeters square? Well, what is the area of the square? It is x times x, or x square. So dA over dt is 2x times dx by dt. And to find dA by dt when area is 16, I need x, I do not need the area. So if the area is 16, how would you find x? Well, 16 equals x squared, area equals x squared. In this case, x would be 4. So he wants the uh, dA by dt when x is 4. And this would be equal to 2 times x, which is 4, times dx by dt, which is 6. So the answer is 48 centimeter square per second. The radius of a sphere is increasing. If we call the radius of the sphere r, then dr by dt is 4 millimeter per second. How fast is the volume increasing? So he needs dv by dt when the diameter is 80. Well, the diameter is 2 of the radius. Diameter equals to 2r. So if 2r is 80, this means r is 40. So how to find dv by dt when r is 40? Well, what is the relation between v and r? The volume of the sphere is 4 over 3 times pi r cube. So dv by dt would be 4 over 3 pi is just a constant. Leave it. The derivative of r cube is 3r squared times dr by dt. So dv by dt would be 4 pi r squared times dr by dt. And now let us find the dv by dt when r is 40. So it's 4 times pi times r, which is 40 squared, times dr by dt, which is 4. So the answer is 4 times 4 times 40 squared, and this is 25,600 pi watts mm cube per second. The length of a rectangle in a rectangle, if we call the length of the rectangle y, is increasing at rate of 8. So this is dy by dt. And its width, if the width is x, then the width is increasing at a rate of 3 centimeters. So this is dx by dt. When the length is 20, so this is y, and the width is 10, so this is x. How fast is the area of the rectangle increasing? So he's asking about dA by dt when x is 10 and y is 20. What is the definition of the area? It is x times y. So if we find the derivative with respect to t, dA by dt would be the derivative of x times y plus x times the derivative of y. So dA by dt when x is 20 and x is 10 and y is 20 is dx by dt, which is 3 times y, which is 20. plus x, which is 10, times dx by d times dy by dt, which is 8. So 60 plus 80 is just 140 watt centimeter square per second. A cylindrical tank with radius 5 meters. The radius of the tank doesn't change, it's 5 meters. Is being filled with water at a rate of 3 meter cube per minute. So meter cube means this is dV by dt, change of the volume with respect to time. How fast is the height of the water increasing? So it starts, we have some water now here. It is filled with the water, okay? And this is the height. So how fast is the height of the water increasing? If we call the height h, he is asking about dH by dt. And he did not give uh, when anything, okay? So he is just asking for dH by dt. So we need a relation between V and H. Well, we know that the volume of the cylinder is pi r square, which is the area of the base times the height. But this cylinder has a radius of 5, so it's 25 pi times h. And now this is a relation between V and h. Notice that the radius also of the water is 5. It doesn't change, so the radius is fixed. Now dV by dt would be equal to 25 pi, which is a constant, times dH by dt. And we have dV by dt as 3 equals 25 pi times dH by dt. So dH by dt would be equal to 3 over 25 pi meter per minute. So this is the change of the height with respect to time. We have an equation, x and y are functions of t. dy by dt is given. Find dx by dt when x is 2 and y is 1. So let us find the derivative of this equation with respect to t. So 8x times dx by dt plus 18y times dy by dt equals the derivative of 25, which is 0. Now x is 2, so 8 times 2 is 16. dx by dt is unknown. We need to find it. Plus 18 times y is 1. dy by dt is 1 over 3 equals 0. Well, 18 over 3 is 6. So 16 dx by dt would be negative 6. And then dx by dt would be negative 6 over 16 or negative 3 over 8. So that's dx by dt. If dx by dt is 3, find dy by dt when x is so and so. So we have the same equation. This equation is still valid. But dx by dt is 3 and x is negative 2. So I have 8 times negative 2 times 3. plus 18 times y, which is again 1, times dy by dt, which is this time unknown, equals to 0. So you solve the equation for dy by dt. So we will have 18 dy by dt equals, this is 6 times 8. If you take it to the other side, it's 48. Then dy by dt would be 48 over 18, or just 8 over 3 when you simplify, divide by 6. Another equation, and dx by dt is given, dy by dt is given. Find dz by dt when x, y, z are these values, have these values. So let us find the derivative. Derivative of x squared is 2x times dx by dt plus 2y times dy by dt plus 2z times dz by dt equals the derivative of 9, which is 0. X is 2, so 2 times 2 would be 4. Dx by dt is 5. Y is also 2, 2 times 2 is 4. Dy by dt is 4. Z is 1, so 2, and dz by dt is unknown. So 2 dz by dt would be equal to, this is 20 plus 16, 36. When you take it to the other side, it would be negative 36. And then dz by dt is just negative 36 over 2, which is negative 18. A particle is moving along a hyperbola, and this is the equation. As it reaches the point 42, so this is x and this is y. The y coordinate is decreasing. If we call the y coordinate y, then the y coordinate is decreasing. This means dy by dt is negative 3 because it's decreasing. How fast is the x coordinate of the point changing? So what is dx by dt? I need to find the derivative of the equation. This is a product. So x, or dx by dt times y plus x times dy by dt is 0, derivative of 8. Well, dx by dt is unknown and y is 2. X is 4 and dy by dt is negative 3. So dx by dt would be, this is negative 12, take it to the other side, it would be 12. 12 over 2 would be 6. A plane flying horizontally at an altitude of 2 kilometers and a speed of 800 kilometers per hour. So if the plane is flying here, so this distance, if we call this distance x, the distance that the plane is moving, then dx by dt is 800 kilometers per hour. Passes directly over a radar station. So this is the radar station. Find the rate at which the distance from the plane to the station. So this is the distance from the plane. Now the plane is here. And let us call the distance y. So he wants the rate at which the distance changes. So he's asking about dy by dt is increasing when the plane is 3 kilometers from the station. So when y is 3, because y is the distance from the plane to the station. So we need an equation between x and y. Well, this is a right triangle, and from Pythagorean theorem, x square plus 2 square, which is 4, equals y square, which is the hypotenuse. So let us find the derivative with respect to t. So 2x times dx by dt plus the derivative of 4, which is 0, equals 2y times dy by dt. I can divide both sides by 2. Now what is x? X is not given, but y is given. Y is 3. And dy by dt is unknown. Dx by dt is 800. So we have to find x. We cannot work without finding x. So how to find x? Well, when y is 3 and the height, the altitude is always 2, I can find x using Pythagorean theorem. X would be square root of 3 square, which is 9, minus 2 square, which is 4. So it would be square root of 5. So now square root of 5 times dx by dt, which is 800, equals y, which is 3 times dy by dt. And now dy by dt would be 800 square root of 5 over 3 kilometer per hour. Two cars start moving from the same point. One travels south at 30 kilometers per hour. If we call the distance traveled by this car x, then we have dx by dt. It is 30 kilometers per hour. The other travels west. And if we call the distance traveled by the other car y, then we have dy by dt equals 72 kilometers per hour. The question, at what rate is the distance between the cars? Now this is the distance between the cars if we call it z. So at what rate the z is changing? So what is dz by dt 2 hours later, after 2 hours? So after 2 hours, what would happen? After 2 hours, x would be x is dx by dt is 30 per hour. So after 2 hours, x would be 60. And y would be changing 72 every hour. So after 2 hours, y would be 144. And at that time, after 2 hours, we can find z. Z would be 144 squared plus 60 squared until the square root. And the answer would be 156. So in fact, he needs to find dz by dt when x is 60, y is 144, and z is 156. So we need a relation between these three variables, x, y, and z. And the relation is z square equals x square plus y square from Pythagorean theorem. So 2z times dz by dt equals 2x times dx by dt plus 2y times dy by dt. And I can cancel the 2, divide each term by 2. Now z is 156 times dz by dt, which is required. It's unknown, equals x is 60. dx by dt is 30. Y is 144. dy by dt is 72. So dz by dt would be equal to 60 times 30 plus 144 times 70. That's 12168 over 156. And the answer is 78. So the distance is increasing by a rate of 78 kilometer per hour. The altitude of a triangle, if we have a triangle, the altitude, this is the altitude, let us call it h, is increasing at a rate of 1 centimeter per minute. So this is dh by dt, while the area of the triangle is increasing at a rate of 2 centimeters square per minute. So this is dA by dt, where A is the area. At what rate is the base? If we call the base B, so he's asking about the change of the base with respect to time. So dB over dt. When the altitude, when the height is 10 and the area is 100 centimeters square. Well, what is the relation between A, B, and H? We have three variables. We know that A is half times B times H. So let us find the derivative with respect to T. dA by dt is half times derivative of B times H using the product rule plus half B times the derivative of H with respect to T. So dA by dt is 2 centimeter. dB by dt is unknown. H is what? Is 10. B is not given, but the area is given. So if the area is 100, then 100 equals half times B times H, which is 10. And we can find B here. If I divide by 10, then half B would be equals to 10, or B just 2 times 10, which is 20. And dH by dt is given, it is 1. So this is 10. 20 divided by 2 is 10, and I take it to the other side, so it would be negative 10. So negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8, and 10 over 2 is 5. So dB by dt would be negative 8 over 5 centimeter per minute. I hope you enjoyed related rates. Have a nice time.